Hey everybody, it's Liz Giles from Health and Essence LLC, reaching out to you on Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic in the United States. So the governor of our state of Colorado has mandated that what they deem unnecessary businesses such as massage to be shut down for now until April 30th. And so that pretty much puts me out of work with my massage practice. But I am fortunately a certified clinical herbalist, a certified clinical aromatherapist, certified clinical nutritionist, and wellness counselor. So I'm reaching out to you to let you know that there are things that we can do to boost our immune systems, get prepared, above and beyond what's been suggested already from the government and from the CDC. The hand washing, make sure you're washing your hands, make sure you're avoiding people, keeping distance, self-quarantining if you feel like you may or may not be sick with COVID-19 or any other influenza. But there's some more things that we can do, and I want to just take this time to empower you and give you some information that might help you and your family weather this crazy storm a little bit more easily, and just give you some things to work with above and beyond that. So what we know now from Chinese autopsies and studies and research from the information that I've been given is that this virus basically attacks, of course, the respiratory system, the respiratory pathways, and it constricts it by creating a whole lot of thick mucus in the lungs, which then solidifies, which of course is keeping us from being able to breathe. But it's also, that has to be busted up if you end up in the hospital. That phlegm, that mucus that's covering your lungs, has to be broken up in order for them to get the medicine to the lungs. That's a problem. It's a really big problem. So what I would like to talk about, and also I just wanted to say that unblocking that once you're in to the hospital, whatever, it takes days to get done. So you're losing time. But I thought, like, what if we were proactive? What if everyone knew to be proactive? And, well, Liz, how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. I'm going to tell you. So what they're suggesting is lots of hot liquids all day long, lots of hot liquids. Hot liquids are going to moisten the mucous membranes from here all the way into here. It's going to keep everything moving, and we need to be hydrated anyhow. We all know that we need to be hydrated. We really need to be hydrated now. So please, if you have any digging in your heels about being hydrated, forget about it. Let's move forward, okay? This is important. And hot or warm liquids, because of the vapors getting up into the sinuses, it's going to help moisten the lung passages, the airways, and it's great for your digestion also, especially since we're still not quite into spring. We still need to be doing warm things, okay? So what I would suggest is hot soups, hot herbal teas, warm water. You could sip on warm water all day long. If you don't like the taste of water, which I get it, sometimes the water sources are not that tasty, here are some things that you can do. Well, you could do an herbal tea, which will make it tasty, or you can add little bits of orange peel, organic please. We want to avoid the pesticides beating up on our immune system as well as everything else. You can add lemon or even orange, and actually in Chinese medicine, those things help us assimilate not only nutrition but also the water over into the cells. So that's important. When we're looking at teas, especially herbal teas, I'm also going to suggest lymphatic teas, teas that help our lymph system stay healthy, keep moving, because that's really important too, right? If we can keep the lymph going, that's one of our lines of defense. Our skin's our first line of defense against the outside world. Our lymph system works to help with fighting off viruses, fighting off bacteria, fighting off stuff that doesn't belong in there. It's a really important system in our body, especially now. And so we want to keep that healthy. And so we have plenty of lymphatic style herbs that can really help support that. Red clover, we've got calendula is really good. So there's lots of different herbs that we can use. I would also suggest nutritive herbs, because we want to keep our system healthy. We want to keep well nourished, to keep everything running properly, right, and boost our immune system. So things that contain vitamin C, like rose hips, are really good. Hawthorn berry is really good, nutritive, and it also has health for the heart. It has health benefits for the heart as well. We could look at nettles, even though nettles are kind of drying, so you want to be, the nettles can be drying and cold in their action, so you want to be careful with nettles, but you can counteract it with other herbs. We want to look at maybe plantain, which probably grows in your yard, and it's very mucilaginous. So things that are moistening, things that are nutritive. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, red raspberry, nutritive, lots of minerals. We want to make sure that we are getting enough zinc. So we want to make sure that we are getting enough vitamin D, particularly, also because it really helps the immune system. And at this time of year, we're all basically kind of deficient if we live north of the equator with the vitamin D, for sure. So you want to look at that, and if it's safe for you to do so, you might want to check with your doctor to make sure that you don't have a particular condition that prohibits you from doing more vitamin D. But we as herbalists and nutritionists think that, you know, you can do up to like 10,000 IUs per day, especially now when we're not getting enough sunshine, because the sunshine is only now starting to come back. By now we are pretty depleted in vitamin D, and it's a major contributor to immune health. So just saying. Okay, so covered lots of liquids. Oh, you also want to do lots of liquids to keep the mouth and the digestive, that aspect of the digestion. You want to keep the mouth moist, because if the virus should happen to get to the mouth for whatever reason, the theory is if everything is dry, then it stays there and it gets to the throat, and then it, you know, it gets to colonize. So we want to be able to have good moistening through the whole digestive system to move things out, keep things moving out, keep things moving out, keep the system working, keep that machine running, cleansing us from mouth to you know where. Okay, so speaking of eating, we want to, I know it's like, it's so hard, right? Because we're all stressy a little bit, and one of the go-tos for stress is maybe to eat a little too much sugar, but really try to avoid eating too much sugar. And if you're going to do sugar, do fruits, or do beets, things that are going to actually support you and not tear down your immune system, because sugar, smoking, alcohol consumption, all these things that we know tear down the immune system. Just put them aside for a while, or do them in moderation. Try to, if you're gonna have to do chocolate, try to do the least amount of sugar in your chocolate as possible. That way at least you're getting health benefits. Okay, daily, you wanna be gargling daily. Warm water, pinch of sea salt, maybe a teaspoon or even a tablespoon of vinegar, lemon in there to kind of kill anything that's coming in that doesn't belong there, to neutralize it. And this could also, you know, just in general health. ACV, apple cider vinegar, is great to do a shot of that every day just to keep the immune system and your gut health healthy. Everything starts with the gut. That's another segment. That's a whole nother segment. But you all are aware, I'm sure, of the importance of good digestion and supporting the entire body. So I'm not going to go too far into that, but just keep it in mind. I've been told that the virus also attaches to hair and clothing. So they are suggestions that we should, if we go out into the world, and especially if we're like coming in contact or in near vicinity of other people, you want to keep your hair covered. You want to come home, go right to the bathroom, strip down, take a shower, get those clothes off, get them into the laundry. If you can't do laundry every day, you can hang the laundry out in the sunshine as a kind of preventative. It will the sunlight will neutralize the virus, is what they're finding. So I know these are like dire measures, but these are dire times, right? These are like extraordinary times that we're going through. So these are just suggestions. Let me see what else I've got for you. Oh, so I've been told that any detergent and or soap can kill the virus, but you have to take a bath or shower when you get home. Okay, so and of course the hand washing. I've heard every 20 minutes to be washing your hands with a foaming soap, so a soap that creates lather, and you do it for 20 seconds. And of course, you know, the nurses will tell you how to wash your hands, right? All this, you can sing Happy Birthday twice, or there's other songs that last at least, or not 20 minutes, but 20 seconds. So you want to do this for 20 seconds, and you're doing that with the soap and water, and then, you know, rinsing really well under as warm as you can stand it water. I've also heard from Dr. Poland of the Mayo Clinic that washing our hands doesn't necessarily kill the virus, it washes it down the drain. I don't know which is true, but at any rate, washing your hands proves effective for keeping nasty stuff from contaminating you and your friends and everything around you. Okay, so we all know that. Metallic surfaces. They are saying that you need to really be particularly careful with metallic surfaces. So metallic countertops, like we have an industrial metal counter that we use in the kitchen. Doorknobs, handrails, anything that you are touching that is metal. You want to make sure you clean extra well, because the virus can live up to 9 days on metal surfaces. I know. No smoking. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. We've got herbs for that too. If you need help with that, let me know. Also, Kevin at my office, who does EMDR, can help you with smoking cessation. So let us know. We'll get you going. Let's see. Oh, fruits and vegetables. Please eat fruits and vegetables, lots of them, and particularly the ones that are high in flavonoids, the ones that are bright red, the ones that are orange, the ones that are yellow, vibrant. Organic if you can. If you can't get a hold of it right now because supplies are limited or whatever, conventional. But all your food, all your packaging, I have been wiping down everything. I went to the grocery store. I dared to go to the grocery store the other day just to stock up on groceries, because I have just come back from a trip in Texas, survival course. But neither here nor there. I needed groceries, so I went and I got stuff. I washed all my fruits and vegetables in hot soapy or warm soapy water and rinsed them really well, patted them dry, put them back in the fridge. I took Clorox wipes and I wiped down every plastic surface. You know, I got a bag of chopped salad. I wiped down that surface. I wiped down everything. Boxes from crackers or whatever it is that you buy. I wiped down cans of my coconut milk. I wiped everything down because you don't know who was handling it, and you don't know, they might think nothing of it, or they're not quite on board yet with the protocols and how serious this is. So wipe it all down. But do eat your fruits and vegetables, okay? Very important, because they have flavonoids, and flavonoids are also an important part of our immune system and overall health. Elevate your zinc levels if you can, safely. You want to get it in food, or you want to get it in supplements. Supplements would probably be the easiest. And there are products out there, trace minerals. You can get your CalMag with zinc in it. You can get there's lots and lots and lots of ways to get zinc supplements, and you can get it in food as well. Animals do not spread, or at least are saying so far, they have not found any evidence that animals spread the COVID-19 virus. So, yay. So love on your animals, because that will make you feel good. And we all need to feel good right now, a little extra, I would think. Taking care of our mental health is really, really important. So whatever it is that you do that feels good to you, that helps you take care of your emotional and mental health, I highly recommend indulge. If you are like me, home, not able to do massage, whatever you do, if you are working from home or what have you, take breaks and try to do some meditation. Get some exercise in, even if it's just some yoga stretching, or running up and down the stairs a few times, whatever it is that, you know. I love to dance. That's what I do. I put on the Black Eyed Peas and I go to town and I dance, and I get my cardio in, I get my joy in, I get my endorphins up, I get all that going on, and that makes me feel really good. So whatever it is for you that you enjoy, and open your windows when it's a little bit warmer during the day, and get some fresh air in as well. Fresh air is going to be good. If you can, go for a walk, but avoid people, right? Avoid people. Let's see, what else? Do whatever you can to stay healthy and avoid getting the other flu, you know, like, influenza A, or any of the other flus or colds that are going on. Just try to stay healthy. Do what you need to do. Mostly because we don't want our immune systems compromised, and then all of a sudden we have done such a great job of, like, you know, doing all this other stuff, and then we come into contact with COVID, and our immune system is down, and that's not going to be good. Okay. Let me see what else I have for you. Very important. If you start feeling any discomfort in your throat, immediately, if you haven't been taking the actions, take the actions to start rectifying that. That means your soups, your warm waters, your teas. You can call me and I can coach you through what herbal teas might be best for these kind of things. It's really important, because what happens is once the COVID gets in here, it wants to go right to the throat, and it can hang out there for like 3 days, you know, having game plans to attack your lungs, and then it's going to go and move to your lungs. So it's going to colonize here first, and then it's going to go into your lungs. So the quicker we can knock that out, the quicker we can possibly avoid having complications in the lungs. I will tell you that in my experience, you boil some water, and you take a pinch of sea salt, throw it into a cup, And if you have tea tree oil, now pay particular attention to what I'm telling you here, because it's really important to be safe with essential oils. You can take a pinch of salt and then no more than 2 drops of tea tree oil in that cup. Add the boiling water. Wait till it cools down just enough that you can attempt to gargle with it. You want it to be warm, as warm as it can be, but you don't want it to burn anything, right? We don't want to cause more damage. You're going to gargle with this. Try to get it, in those areas, try to get it as far back into the adenoids and into the tonsil area as you can, but don't swallow the water. We do not want to be swallowing essential oils in water. We will cause more harm than we will cause good. But if you can get it around there, alternately, if you're nervous about that, kitchen thyme, THYME, kitchen thyme. You can put a teaspoon of kitchen thyme in that, make an infusion like you're making a cup of tea, and you can gargle with that. And that way, if you drink it, it's not a big deal because it's food. So these are things that you can do. But you want to keep after it. If you feel any discomfort, like just keep doing that periodically, like every 2 hours. Just keep doing that until the discomfort goes away, because we don't want them colonizing in here, in our throat, because it's just pretty much a straight shot down into the lungs. Okay, well, that's what I've got for you today. If you have questions, I'm sure there's a ton more that I could help you with. So things that I'd like you to think about, in addition to like all this information that I just gave you, is if you feel like your immune system could use boosting, I'm here for you. I am doing online consultations, okay? I am a certified wellness coach. I can help you through this. I have herbs in my apothecary. I can get those to you. I can support you in this way, even though I am not allowed to do massage until April 30th. They may extend that. Who knows? Who knows what's going to go on? But I can help you get healthy and stay healthy and do proactive things to basically fight this thing that we're dealing with. So I love you. You guys are my hearts. I want you to be healthy. I want to see all of you on the other side of this. So please, 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 I will support you. Please support me, and we'll all get through this. Namaste.